WHO telah menetapkan COVID-19 sebagai pandemi global. Lalu apa sebenarnya
Dua warga
pandemi
Indonesia
dan juga
yang
apa dampaknya
positif
ketika
terinfeksi virus corona disebut telah melakukan kontak dengan warga negara Jepang dan
berikut ada
Amerika.
ulasan yang sudah akan dirangkum dari berbagai sumber.
Today I'd like to provide an update to the American people on several decisive new actions we're taking in our very vigilant effort to combat and ultimately defeat the coronavirus.
Pagi hari ini saya ingin berbicara mengenai virus corona.
Currently, the world has been struck by the health crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic has ravaged and changed everyone's routine. As Cornelia stated, it has forced a glimpse of a new perspective how routines of individual, institution, and nation can be redefined in a systemic crisis. Our situation right now demands change on the way information, especially news, is being shared. The internet has revolutionized the way information is being relayed, kept, consumed, and published. The switch between listening to media content into watcher of media content happened in 1950s and 80s. And now, we are living in an era where the existence and emergence of social media change how people consume media content. The growth of social media has paved the way for the so-called citizen journalist. Courtney C. Rass defines citizen journalism as journalism that operates outside of the conventional media outlet, as an alternative and activist type of news gathering and reporting, often as a response to failure in the professional journalistic field, which uses similar journalistic practices but it motivated by different goals and principles, and relies on alternative sources of legitimacy than traditional or mainstream journalism. News nowadays often derive from the user-generated content, which was defined by Willard Lars to include videos and images shared online on social media. When we are discussing user-generated content, as a form of journalism, we have to realize that we need to hold them by the same standard that traditional journalism is measured with to preserve journalistic quality. As McQuails has stated in his writing, this quality is truthfulness, relevance, neutrality, impartiality, and fairness. And also, public accountability defines what newsworthy information really is. This then gives context to the heated discussion between whether or not user-generated content should be consumed in the way conventional journalism is being consumed, or should they exist in a category of their own, with their own set of rule and ethic. Regardless of the debate surrounding this, the world of journalism and other means of relaying news has changed from the way it was once before. At the end of October 2020, Narasi TV released an investigative journalism report in the form of a 10-minute video titled 62 Menit Operasi Pembakaran Halte Sarinah. In compiling this report, Narasi TV Buka Mata team sourced their investigation by crossing references 3 different sources of information. One of them being the CCTV footage from the Transjakarta station itself, one of them is an infamous photograph by Ari Basuki, a photojournalist from Merdeka.com, and the other are user-generated content from existing TikTok videos, 2 photographs that were shared online, be it on Instagram or Twitter. We can already see that the journalism has changed. Firstly, the fact that the photograph mentioned that are being used came from an online news website photojournalist is already a sign of convergence where online journalism is getting more legitimate and trusted each day. Not only that, this particular convergence also includes videos and photographs that can be considered as citizen journalism, as they are being shared by non-professional journalists with the intention of just for the sake of sharing. Seeing that journalism is evolving each day and the growth of trust and legitimacy surrounding online journalism itself, it is safe to say that in the near future, online journalism will be the next form of journalism. And citizen journalism will play even larger part of journalism itself, for the better or for worse.